where I was heading with my eating habits, and I was okay with it. It wasn't until I was about 11 years old at a family reunion. Everybody else told me all these things in ways that were comfortable, nice, because they didn't want to hurt me. They didn't want to hurt my feelings. But there was one person, my first ever motivator, one person that kick-started my journey, knew it had to be done a different way. With my dad. I was on my 6th serving of ice cream, got into the truck, and then I stopped. To get out the truck, we were already late, to go refill on my 7th serving. And at the time, I was weighing in at 255 pounds at 5 foot 4 inches. And for example, this shirt I brought here used to be tight on me. It used to be so tight. Like you could see every roll on me, it sucked. I hated it. That's just for example of how big I was at the time. Fast forward to about 12 years old, I did powerlifting for almost a year. I lost a lot of weight. I was doing good. Then I gave up. I didn't touch weights for 2 years. And then, 14 years old, I came back to the gym. I wondered why 135 pounds I used to be able to throw over my shoulder now felt like an immovable object. I was so confused. But I kept going. At 15 years old, I found interest in the gym. But there was another issue that I ran into. Bodies. Everybody knows it, everybody's experienced it, especially if you go to the gym. It's a horrible thing. It will ruin your life. There's really no hate on people who give up temporarily. It can ruin someone's life for good. It's a nasty thing. I came into freshman year getting bullied. I was very slow, fat, never really played sports much. I was skimped out on that part. I gave up again. I let them walk on me, let them make fun of me, and let myself be the butt of the joke, because I wanted to make them happy. I wanted friends, a desire that's so bad that I didn't care to wonder why I was getting walked on in the first place. I never wanted to make myself better at that time. It wasn't until I talked to my dad and he helped me back to the gym. And then I found a passion, a love for it. I found a desire to be better. I started lifting weights. About 4 to 5 months in, I had my first experience of body dysmorphia. I looked in the mirror. After putting so much effort in, I was still eating. I still had bad eating habits. But I looked in the mirror and I was disgusted. I hated myself. I envied these athletes and bodybuilders that had these amazing bodies. They looked so good. It's kind of funny that you think about it now. They all had 10, 15 years to build those bodies, and they're all probably juiced up on all sorts of steroids. But I didn't know that. I had no idea. I didn't know what steroids was at the time. For about 2 years, I stayed focused in the gym. I dropped from sitting at 255 pounds down to 167 at my lowest. Then I gained a little weight back through lifting weights, and I got good at it. I started getting really good. I started lifting heavier and heavier weights. I ran into another issue, my knees. Now, I've already spoken on my knees before here once. My knees are pretty messed up. It wasn't until May of this year that I had an MRI, because I kept dislocating them. At first, I would just push through the pain, but it kept confusing me. I kept going to therapy, working through it, dislocate, and I kept on just running into these painful situations. So I had an MRI. Come to find out, my knee had extreme damage to it. Not only that, but my ACL was torn. Not too long after that, I found out my right knee's ACL was torn as well. So I have no ACL on either of my knees. So that explains what's going on with my knees. June 12th is an ordinary day for most people, but for me, it was the day of my first surgery. I came into it scared, and I came out scared. I had no idea what I was doing because it felt like everything I had done was useless because I kept getting set back every time. It wasn't until I had my second motivator in my life, John, who's my therapist, and he would tell me stories because he would see my worry and he told me stories of all these runners and athletes, these powerlifters, doing crazy feats of strength with no cartilage in their joints, zero. And it gave me a new hope, a new light. It relit that desire to be better. 7 months post-operation, 4 months post-op, I had no running, 7 months of no running to back it up. I ran my first 2 mile in a long time. I ran 14 minutes and 55 seconds. To me, that was a battle that I had won, and it lifted so many words off my chest. It gave a new hope, an even bigger hope. I now came into a new mindset that I hold to this day, that nothing can stop me, nothing can stop my desire to be better. I'm now 18 years old, and in 2 days, I will be having my second ACL reconstruction surgery. In early 2026, I have plans of competing professionally in CrossFit. That's it.